Now I've been to New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, New York, Texas, Midwest, and all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti.
So guys, it's a tournament, right? So I'm gonna show you the other video, but so whoever wins out of the Patriots and the Falcons has to go against the I didn't forgot.
Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling. I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state it goes with the bed. Other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V. All reminds me of California.
Has to go against
no place like California. California, California.
What's that team? Yeah, the Texas. Whoever wins, that just has to go against the Texas. Texas kept winning games. So I think it's gonna be a hard game, you know, against the Texans and whoever wins, because these teams are.
I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel-Air, Petty to the deep far. I'm telling he saw how heavily he balls.
In the Super Bowl though.
And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home. I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, California, like California.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
You gotta start off with a run. Like, why would you start off with a flipping passing play? That's dumb.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's got room. Whoosh. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it gives the Pats a first down.
If I play PlayStation Plus, I'll go against my subscribers.
From my experience as a defensive back, this was a difficult guy to try and tackle because of the force that he runs with, and he's not going to be daunted no matter it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter, Brandon.
Well, what shocks me about last year, 18 touchdowns. I mean, the yards were pretty good, 1161. But when I think of New England, I don't think of a running back getting 18 touchdowns.
You know, that to me, it was the combo that made the 2016 season for him. Most yards in his career, most touchdowns in his career by far. And he's the type of guy that, hey, you want to give it to me inside the 5? He doesn't believe anyone's going to stop him.
On play action, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Second down or third down? No, that's the third down.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Brady runs it, bro.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. To throw is Brady, rolling to his right, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. And he's got Bennett. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for New England. 42 yards. Big run on the opening drive, and they better watch out for this guy or it's going to be a long game.
Back when I played in our scouting reports getting ready for games, we put stars next to the guys that we thought were the key players on the other side. There should have been 3 or 4 stars next to that guy's name.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Danny Amendola from 13 yards out. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible?
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
2-point try this far?
Brady gives now to Blunt.
That's you, that's you.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2, and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a fifth-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more.
But next play is going to be the
Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's going that way, bro. They stop. If we don't get the first down, bro. If we get this first down, y'all got to subscribe.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as they'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. 3rd and 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you have a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually the defense back on its heels.
What are those
on
things?
3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Blunt. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And right side caught Hogan. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So they'll get alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Brady. Being chased out left. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
Gronkowski may have had to miss a Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with them all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background. Right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016. But I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No.
They want the big fella back.
They'll run again with Blunt. And an alley to run. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. Gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now following the timeout, we'll see if the offense tries to change things up. Brady's going to look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So that last play called back after the penalty, 2nd and long here. They come out here in the eye. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Still 2nd.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. And we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England's still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4. And that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll run it here with Blunt, and he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright. We just saw there.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Second down following the incompletion.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Brady will look to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second and 10 now, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 40 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way.
True Junior.
I say go ahead, take the knee.
Javier got PS4.
Second down, 9
Isn't
yards
that
to
Kaylee's
go.
sister?
Yeah, he in here.
I mean, brother.
Yeah.
When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And a nice gain of
Imagine tearing your ACL.
last year for Edelman, just below 100 receptions, 98, over 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns, and you know, it's a guy
I
that
tore
gets
my
a lot of credit
SAT.
for being that perfect receiver for Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
Yep.
What's his role going forward?
I think his role going forward is to
Oh my
be a
God.
bona fide #1 receiver in the NFL, meaning he's not just a Tom Brady
Haley be
receiver.
playing
He's
sometime.
that guy for anyone. And
Haley
he spent so
be
much
playing
time proving
sometime.
himself as he got into the league, just what you were talking about.
Haley be playing sometime.
Now it's not just proving himself, it's continuing.
This is caught at the 20.
But if we tell him to get be on the game, he'll do it.
Now
That
whistles
he's done.
come in. We're going to get a
Caden.
timeout here
Yeah.
by the offense.
Get Kaylee on the
Time
mic.
On the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I told you.
Hello.
Blunt, the lone running back.
Kaylee.
Huh?
Now a play fake here on first down. And
Who is
he
that?
rifles one incomplete. So we've reached
Oh.
halftime here at Gillette Stadium.
Javier
with the
got
Patriots on
PS4.
top. As
I
we'll
know.
send you down the coast to
He in
Orlando,
here.
where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. The Patriots right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Falcons haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this. All right, let's roll the highlights. Patriots line up at the 13. Brady's going to complete the pass and then cap off the 8-play drive with the TD.
I'm not gonna finish the whole game. I want to let you see y'all. So
Patriots with the ball early in the second. The quick pass gets complete, and he caps off the long drive with the TD. That pushes the lead to 16.
If I don't watch, this is a preview. I'm the Patriots.
No one cares. Who still plays NFL NFL 97?
This dude playing 17?
Yeah, he still plays 17.
Bro. Come on now, bro.
And never mind, Larry. These two teams
He said it's the best.
Oh.
Are so peace people.